Hello, everyone. Welcome to another scene for Living World of Darkness, Changeling the Dreaming 20th Anniversary Edition, um, set in New York City. In this scene, we have Sebastian is taking Alice out for Valentine's Day, and they're going to discuss a few things over a very wonderful dinner. We can pick up the scene with them having already arrived at not a too obnoxiously fancy restaurant, but it's still it's very nice.
After ordering herself some food on the light side, she will kind of lean forward, her hands on her thighs. So, how's it been at the Freehold?
Well, it's been all right. People are a little on edge, understandably. Oh, but it's he'll not. It's hasn't been too bad.
I can imagine, I mean, with the heightened security and everything.
Oh yes.
So, I guess we need to. Hate to talk about this right now, but
Oh
our
no. It's fine. He'll smile to her. Talk about whatever you want.
what's going to happen to our snake charmer of a friend?
Well, she is supposed to come have a meeting with me about her becoming a court namer, which is not going to happen. Um, but I'm sure that the news of what she has done has reached her ears by now. So if she does happen to show up, uh, she will be arrested.
So, you're not going to go out and try to arrest her directly?
I don't feel that is the best course of action. I'd rather that she come to us. We're much better protected. I've heard about things she can do. I wouldn't face her one on one.
We could send. Well, William offered to go arrest her himself. I mean, we could send some knights with him as backup.
Going to have to send the king's knights. I wouldn't risk any of ours.
Wait, the king knows about this?
Dessa has committed treason. Yes, the king knows.
Oh my gosh. I it's it's oh and I thought it was serious before.
When you meet with an outlaw organization and deliver them information that can get every noble in the county killed, that is treason. And not just the nobles, anybody there. They could choose to, it's a lot of people, both nobility and commoners alike, in one place. We don't know how radical of an organization this is, they may not care about anybody's lives as long as everyone in the county is dead. I don't know.
I
The
It seems really
ranters
dangerous.
the ranters are outlaws. They've been declared as such by the king, and any fraternizing with them is treason.
Alice will lean back, hands in her lap still as she's thinking about this.
And that's not to say that there couldn't be ways to properly infiltrate them and try and dismantle them from the inside out. But as far as I know, and anybody else knows, Dessa was not sanctioned to do anything like that. And honestly, he'll shake his head. There was no infiltration there. She went to one of their meetings and she gave them information, and I don't know why. I don't know what they offered her in return. I know she didn't join them. He'll shrug. I don't know what her motivation was, other than just thinking she can get away with whatever she wants.
So, you've already talked to William about Colin, right?
I know some about it, yes.
From what I was told, she thought she could play both sides against each other. I was furious. Uh, Fortunately, I'm going to be honest. My initial reaction when I found out that she was going to blow up our wedding, or at least sold out plans for it, I wanted to set her on fire, you know, in a way that water wouldn't help.
He'll nod.
So I don't mind if the king arrests her, but what does that mean for the rest of us? Is the king is King David himself going to get involved?
I'm not sure.
Well, I guess that kind of settles that, she says sheepishly.
He'll shrug. I'm sorry, I don't have more information right now. I think it has to be waited. We have to wait until she's arrested and is questioned and things like that. I know that because of who she is, she's essentially a living version of Medusa. We don't know exactly what all she can do. She could be extremely dangerous, which is why the king wants to send his knights to arrest her and take and imprison her in Taranar. Because it has the highest security against magic.
Should I keep this under wraps?
Yes, please, for now.
Okay. That was the I I'm going to be thinking about this for a while.
He'll nod. I know. He'll reach across the table and take her hands. I'm so sorry. I know that you really considered her one of your best friends.
Alice is kind of red at him taking her hands. Looks down to the right. It's I mean, I still have I still have a lot of good friends, she says, kind of glancing up at him at that.
He'll
Um,
nod.
it's I think I need some water, she says, grabbing a glass and sipping it.
He'll release her hands and he'll smile.
I guess that brings up the wedding. What are we going to do about it now?
Well, I'm not sure that we should keep the original plans because, especially if we don't get the ranchers taken care of between now and then, they could still just go through with whatever they had planned, regardless of how much security or whatever it is that we have in place. And besides, do you really want extremely thick security at our wedding?
Well, there are options. We discussed some of them before.
Mm-hmm. He'll nod.
Did you want to elope?
He smiles. No, but I think that we could probably move it up. Maybe we can get married on the first day of spring.
When is the first day of spring in Western culture?
March 21st.
I'd love it.
He smiles. So that gives us about 5 weeks. He kind of waggles his hand, give or take a day or two.
That really steps up everything else too. Um, all right. So if we're going to do this, I I guess she her eyes are getting bigger. I'm going to have to be involved in the planning.
Of
What is it?
course.
What is it your parents want? And where can I put my culture?
I tell you what, my parents will be okay with whatever as long as we're happy with what the outcome is. So you find somewhere that suits what you need. And he'll shrug. And I will be happy with whatever that is.
With what I want?
Yes, what you want.
Well, I think I can do this. No, I know I can do this. I'm going to have to do a lot of brainstorming. Oh, Shea asked if she could do a body paint dance at the wedding. I'm I'm a little hesitant because I know, we're going to have some more traditional nobles present.
How about this? Shea can do her body paint dance at the reception and not the wedding itself.
That might be, that might be a better idea. I mean, we're already going to have a lot of stuff in it, and I'm going to have to get my hands on some sake, which is going to require, well, and I have to, oh no, I have to meet with the seamstress for the wedding dress, and
I think that
well,
you
there's
should
a,
have some help. I think you should have some help. You have friends, have them help you. And if you need help from people on, he'll air quote my side, I'd be happy to have them help. I think Trin would enjoy helping.
I'll start a, I'll start getting a committee together. Committee. Oh my god. I guess that leaves another detail. So I was thinking about wedding rings.
He'll smile.
You know, something that means a lot. Something that is maybe invested a little bit in how I wish I could be there to protect you. And so I was thinking maybe commissioning a wedding ring for you that would have a certain property to it. Maybe something that could illuminate certain truths and alleviate certain falsehoods.
He thinks thoughtfully about that and nods. I like that idea.
And not that you have to get anything special from me, but I was thinking maybe you could come up with something that would speak to you.
He'll nod. Yes, I will. I was actually thinking about that. He'll nod. He'll smile. It's a very good idea.
She'll sip her water again, smiling, beaming, really. I want you to know I'm going to take your last name.
He smiles. Good. Out of character, I don't think he was given a last name, so I'll have to make one up. And I'll let you know what that is as soon as I figure it out.
Yeah. And I know you don't want to pressure me, and I don't feel like I'm under any pressure for the next question I have, but What do we want to do about your house?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, you're part of the nobility, and you're marrying, um, really a nobody in the grand scheme of things, at least in the
Oh,
eyes
please.
of.
He'll smile to her. You are somebody, especially to me. You're very, very important. I don't want you to feel like you have to join a house or my house or any house or anything like that. Regardless of whether or not you join a house, you are, because you will be my wife, a baroness.
She'll nod. So, um, the squire, Christian, he wasn't wrong, was he, on that front?
About
I'm. It's a frightening prospect to be a baroness. I mean, the only thing I've ever done is. Well, I'm not in charge of anything, so. It feels almost like a fairy tale, you know?
he nods. You will help me do what is best for the land that we control. And I won't make any decisions about the barony without your input. Because it becomes just as much yours as it is mine.
This is why I couldn't help but fall in love with you.
He smiles.
You're so. I. She just puts her head on her left hand and is looking up at him. I'm so lucky.
No, I'm the lucky one. He reaches for her hands again.
She'll lean a little bit more across the table towards him. Um, I love you.
I love you too. Very much.
She's kind of gotten on her chair now and is kind of leaning over now to try to give him a kiss.
He leans over and kisses her.
You have made this an amazing Valentine's Day, she says now, getting back into her seat. I guess that just leaves the final question.
What's that?
Well, I'm sorry, I have so much in my head right now, but have you heard anything about the Bronx?
I know that there were some problems there with nightmare truds. I haven't heard anything recently, but I'm still wondering if those are a problem. And
Has
they
the
are, and out of
sorry.
character, they are in a place where they can speak freely about this stuff. Sebastian made sure.
What about
So
what about the Baron of the Bronx?
he's worried. He's worried about the things that could potentially go on there. But the last time anything happened with them was a few months ago, um, and one opened up in a theater, and killed a lot of people. But since then, nothing has really been happening with them. But that doesn't mean that they're not still a thing. I know that uh, I don't have. I know that William and Misha and Shea have more information about that. Like they were there.
So you know how I do my thing as a magical girl?
He nods. Mhm.
I'm probably going to avoid the ranters because I don't, you know, I'm probably going to be a target now. Uh, but I'm going to, in all likelihood, disappear and go and explore those problems. So,
Just
just
do me a
letting you know.
favor. Do me a favor. I'm not going to stop you, but I am going to ask that you don't do it alone. Please. Take somebody with you.
Fine, I'll take someone with me. I've been fine against nightmares before.
This is different. Please talk to those who are there about it. This is much bigger than for just one person. And I don't want something happening to you. I can't. He he starts to tear up a little bit.
No, don't. No, I'll go. I'll take someone with me. I mean, I'll definitely take someone who's knows what's going on.
It's a good idea. Thank you.
Tonight's supposed to be a happy night. Uh, she's playing with her hair with her left hand right now.
He smiles. He immediately he blinks back the few tears that he had forming, and he'll take a deep breath and he'll smile to him.
So I got everything moved from Queens to the Freehold. Um, So, um, uh, Misha suggested that at least she encouraged, she thought it would be a good idea to talk to you about this. I mean, after all, we're both kind of involved. Well, not kind of, we're both involved. Oh my, what am I saying? Okay, so have you, dated a lot of other girls?
he he blushes and shakes his head. Not really, no.
So you're the first guy I've ever dated at all.
I very briefly dated one girl in high school, but it didn't go very far. The most we did was hold hands.
So you haven't, done
He shakes his head.
things?
He shakes his head. No, I haven't.
Oh, okay. That's kind of a relief. Um, so, what are we, like, gonna do?
When would you like to?
Oh, um, so we could, try, um, something tonight.
He smiles. I would like that. It is Valentine's Day after all. He'll blush.
She is also just a beet red with her water, poking her food now with a knife with the other hand.
Yeah. He takes a big sip of his water, stares at his food for a minute, like.
The steak looks delicious. So, the socio-political economic status of, um, people in Japan is good. I think the Sony scandal's almost over.
That's good.
She'll take a bite of her food. Uh, I mean, thank you for talking about all this with me. And I know we keep we I was thinking maybe we could take a vacation from all the craziness, go to the beach, bring some friends.
Yes, I would love that. It's a little chilly still to be like going to the beach for too long, but I think it would still be fun, especially if we do it in the middle of the day.
Oh, I was thinking, like, you know,
Oh, you want to go? Oh, he like okay, so yeah, he was flustered, so he didn't think. Yeah, he's like, oh, okay, he'll nod. Yes, that would be love. That would be awesome. Hmm. Who am I going to leave in charge? He'll shake his head. I'll think about that a bit later. But yes, we should go somewhere warm.
that would be that'd be lovely. And she's kind of biting her lips. So, do you have anything for me? Any awkward questions you want to ask me in revenge?
How do your parents feel?
Well, I'm older than my mom was, so she's happy for that. I'm working on my degree still, so she's also happy about that. You're not
Mhm.
Japanese. She's not happy about that. Um, it's why I get the, commoner noble thing because, Japanese, not Japanese thing.
I can see the correlation, yes.
My dad, he wants to meet you, wants to see, you know, your credentials. I mean, my mom's really happy that you have a stable job. I haven't told her what you technically do, um, but she assumes that it happens to be something about printing money because uh, from the pictures I've shown, she's like, "Oh, that's a really nice suit," because that's all she's going to comment on. Um, they were sad to see me move out, and otherwise, they're pretty okay with it now that I've told them. And though there are, as I said, some reservations.
He'll nod.
Otherwise, um, again, they're really happy. And when they show up to the wedding, hopefully nothing crazy happens because they're not, in the know.
He'll nod.
They really think that, so they have seen the sailor outfit. They just think I'm into some really weird cosplay.
He'll chuckle.
Uh,
say, well,
And I mean,
if anything crazy does end up happening, I'm really hoping not, but um, I know that uh, they're not going to remember what happens if we use if magic or anything gets used. So
here's hoping.
they shouldn't. We'll just say he'll say they shouldn't. There's no guarantee. Oh God, he'll rub his temples. Like let's just God, yeah.
Right. You see why I'm hoping, lots of hope.
Mhm.
Oh. Um, one other thing, I want to show you this. She says, texting him a picture of her latest cosplay that she's planning on doing. Uh, it is from the. Have you ever seen Puella Madoka Magica?
He'll shake his head.
Oh no, that was a question to you, DST.
Oh, have I what?
Uh, Puella Madoka Magica.
Mm-mm, I have not.
Okay, so this would be then what she's looking at. So put the link in there so to give you a Google image.
Okay. Uh, doo-doo-doo. Let me see. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's
That's
the image
cool.
that she is sending of what the outfit she is trying on in that picture.
Nice.
Doesn't look okay.
It looks amazing. I love it.
She's smiling. I was a little nervous, but I mean, the skirt is kind of short. Isabella keeps telling me it's okay, but
If you're uncomfortable, it can be modified.
well,
Don't do anything you're not comfortable with.
I was making sure you were okay. You know, with it.
I'm fine with the way it is.
She's smiling. Good. I'm glad. Um, she'll spend the rest of the dinner then with small talk now that they've gotten the big stuff out of the way. She's using these dates to really get to know him. You know, asking questions, hoping he asks questions back about her
Mm-hmm.
life, her wants, her dreams, while trying to
Has
find out
has
what it's.
she has
Hmm?
she um has she told him what she's going to school for?
Yes, she's going to school for a political science degree.
Okay, nice. That's really cool, actually.
Oh yeah, she wants to. The, Basically, she knows she can't do the pop star thing forever, and one of the things she wants
Mm,
to do is eventually, because she thinks this will create a like it's a good glamour field to go into. Her thoughts are that it'll be a wonderful field to be in PR, in the political field. So domestic politics, getting to go around and basically create hype, you know? And so that's one of the reasons why she's learning social media right now. She's doing that is because she wants to really get into that field and thinks she can make the world a better place.
That's awesome. So yeah, he'll ask her, different questions, and they'll have a very nice conversation as they finish their meal and whatnot. And afterwards, they'll go back and do new things with each other.
She'll definitely go to his room for that. As
Mm-hmm.
far as she feels comfortable, um, depending on how far he wants to go and is willing to go as well, um, she'll she'll go with definitely some fondling, and as far as I guess being naked with each other,
Mm-hmm. That's
she's
fine.
a little nervous still about the sex. Um, but she will definitely get him off.
Awesome.
So first blowjob, I guess.
Okay. Yeah. Um, so yeah, they won't go all the way, but they'll get close. And after that, he'll just hold her and with their bodies pressed to each other and fall asleep with her in his arms. And I
That
think
works for scene.
that works for the end of the scene. So thank you, player, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. See you next time.